Hi everyone, so I'm actually at Telok Ayer station and this is the new link. It's called Icon Link at Club Street and it's a new underground. So it's a new underground mall. So this is a new underground mall that is actually supposed to connect all the way to Chinatown station. And yeah, it's actually under Cross Street. So the big giant Cross Street is actually right above. It's been constructing for some time. And so there's this little link over here, very big open area, probably for future expansion to other buildings. So you can see a panel over there. So this panel looks likely to be able to connect to another building down in the future. And then I think this is where the MRT kind of ends. And this is the start of the underground mall. So you can see this is Telok Ayer station. So I shall just walk through the whole mall, then you can take a look at what's inside this mall. So I think it's about 6 to 7 meters wide. So it's a very comfortable walk to Chinatown. And then there's a Fun Toast here, Vietnam Noodle Cafe. You know, there is a Luckin Coffee. There is a Japanese fusion bowl. So a lot of takeaway kind of food, right? I think mainly targeted at the office crowd. So there are a couple of tables inside. You can see this is a Taiwanese dessert place. I think this is also Taiwanese food. Yep. So it's a nice place, fried chicken. There's still a few more shops coming up. You know, not that many retail. This looks like not clear what kind of retail is this. So a few shops are definitely hoarded up. So I don't know, maybe less than 50%. It is occupied. So this is kind of a ladies shop, nasi lemak shop. You know, and then obviously there's a Cheers. It's not that big a mall. So once, I think I'm almost at the midpoint of it. So this is where you got the cross junction. If you turn left, you go to Mercure Hotel. If you turn right, you go to Cross Street Exchange, 18 Cross Street. Right, so we'll take a look at those later on. I think this is a bubble tea shop. Looks really nice. But I think they're probably closed for the day. Maybe they open in the morning and the afternoon time. Yeah. So and then you've got a cake shop, dessert shop, toast shop. We've got a Domino's Pizza, also mostly a takeaway shop. Looks like a kind of a dumpling, 饺子 kind of shop. So we have a TCM clinic here. Wow, you can actually hear the MRT running. You know, it's probably built on top of the MRT tunnels. This is what, Cooking Panda. So you've got a little structure here which is for accessibility, slopes that probably goes up to an elevator that brings up to the street level. I think this goes to Hong Lim, if I'm not wrong, but I'm not sure. No signages. This is a what? Mala 火锅店. Yeah. And then, yeah, if you go a little bit further, let's just go to some side office. This is almost the end of it. So this is Indian food, and then you have a Tiosun, Kopitiam, and then you have a hair salon here. This looks like additional connectivity, who knows, maybe it could run to Hong Lim or something like that. So we're not too sure, there's no map that I could reference. And then this is an antique shop. So this is pretty much the end of the entire mall, right? So the end of the mall. Okay, so this is one of the exits that goes up to Club Street and the hotel lobby. But you can see actually it has a couple of things, right? There's a lift, parking for bicycle, showers and toilets. So let's go explore some of these areas. So it looks like this is a parking area for bikes, and they've got a big lift over here. So I guess if you have if you need to take a bike, you probably can come down this big cargo lift, right? And now this is a nice shady double-story parking area for bikes. So you can park your bikes over here. It's supposed to be more, but it's closed up. And then you've got a couple of lockers over here, so you can actually store many things. Not sure whether this is rented out or for hotel employees. And then there's also more lockers over here. Yeah. So you've got a male and female toilet over here. So this is the escalator that goes up to the hotel. So it's like a switchback escalator. All this goes to the car park of the hotel. It's very easy access. And then you just go up the escalator. Okay, so this is where the lift to go to the basement. So you can see, if you go to B2, you can get all the food and the parking and the shower for the bikes. And this is where you actually come up. So there's a set of stairs over here, but you can see that there is a bicycle rail. So this bicycle rail is how you can actually slide your bicycle up to the hotel, to the the storage area. Yeah. Okay, so I'm here at the drop-off point of the Mercure Hotel. Really large drop-off point. So you can see it actually goes into the hotel lobby here. But let's figure out how we can walk into the Icon Link Underground Mall, right? So again, they've got like public toilets here, very useful. And then they've got oh, there you go. The sign is here. So it looks like from here you're able to take the escalator down. Yeah. So they've got accessibility, slopes over here, and then there is a elevator So elevator brings you down to B2, and of course the escalators. So let's just ride the escalator to go down. So because it has to go down 2 stories, B2, it switches back. It's quite deep, it seems, right? But it's convenient. So from here, what you do is you take a short escalator down, down, down. And we are back at the underground mall. And you can see a couple of things, right? There's a chair for you to rest here. Some kind of lobbies, probably as escape stairs. You know, more stairs, not sure to where. More stairs. And I think this is to the elevator. Yeah. So this goes all the way in again to the elevator that you can go up to the hotel. It's very interesting, right? That you can have a direct link. So if you actually come from Telok Ayer MRT, this is a direct link. You don't even need to go to the surface. You can come in by this, and you know, you don't even get wet, right? If it rains. It's very interesting. So we are back to the underground. Okay, so I'll be going to the cross street again. So this is up the stairs. And so this goes to 18 Cross Street, and again they've got this active travel hub, and then you've got a escalator and a stairs that goes up. So let's try to go up to the active travel hub. So this is the second floor of 18 Cross Street, and looks like there's a kind of lock gate access. So you will need to use some kind of identity card access. But let's try to take a peep inside. Maybe my camera can go in. Yeah, so it's basically lockers and ventilated spaces to park your bike. And you can see it's the second floor. So this is Cross Street down there, and then the Mercure Hotel is right across. Yeah, so the road that you see below was where the mall was, right? So it's a very large road, like a 5-lane road, and basically everything was to go under this road. So some of you may have remembered that there was some construction going on, but very mysteriously it somehow was built, right, without disrupting this major road too much, right? And so this is where you can park your bikes. I guess this is where you can do publicly accessible parking of your bikes. And then if you go inside, you see the lockable bike area, and probably the showers are inside as well. Yeah, so very good facilities available right now in many of the new buildings in Singapore, probably from a government incentive to provide end-of-trip cycling facilities, right? So if you come out of the lift, you actually come back to the ground floor, Again, this is cross street, just to orientate you. And basically, this is all the connectivity to the underground link, right? So to go to the station, actually you can just use this underground escalator, or you can use the stairs right behind. But it seems like they vary the timing, operational timing. So you can see in the morning it goes upwards, but from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. it goes downwards. So yes, but it's actually more than 5 p.m. now, so I'm not sure why they haven't changed the direction of the escalator. Maybe the security hasn't, done their job. Yeah. So from here you can actually see the drop-off points of the office, and then you can go inside to the office lobby. So it's a much smaller lobby than before, but it looks very nice now. Yeah. So this is the walkway along 18 Cross Street. It was recently revamped. So you can see the big Mercure Hotel over here. So Mercure Hotel actually has more than 900 rooms. It's a huge hotel. And if you go back into here, what you see is a pretty nice drop-off point. So in this drop-off point, you can put about 4 cars, I guess. But you can't can't overtake, so you better drop off quickly and move off, right? Yeah. And then you come to the what we call the public access circulation, 24 hours. So a lot of new buildings or buildings that have been refurbished have been creating this 24-hour public access. So let's go through it and see. Yeah. So, this is a new cafe. And then you've got a security board over here. Yeah. So we've got salad shop, and then you've got a Chaji, and the mall has mostly been turned into like a co-working space. So it's got a Just Co upstairs, and we've got a Chaji here, opening so many in Singapore. So if you go through the access, you come to this part, which is a pretty new lobby. It's a new drop-off point as well as the entrance to the car park. So this goes to Capri Hotel, right? And then there's the Hong Lim complex over there. So very interesting also. This is a building where this didn't exist, and then with intensification, this hotel was actually added in the middle of the place, right? So then this brings you to the middle of the courtyard. Pretty nice courtyard. Looks like a lot of people drop off here. So they always have new kind of retail shops over here. Oh, the new exterior looks quite nice, right? Lots of greenery, a whole green wall. Again, I think all that is the incentives coming from the government to enhance things and make things greener. So, yeah, let's go through the open air mall. On the left is the hotel lobby. On the right, there's access to the underground, but it looks like they closed off the underground. Yeah, and then we've got a couple of restaurants, sushi restaurants. We've got Wakushin restaurants, and basically we come over to Nankin Road, the old conserve shop houses. So, you know, it's a sheltered area with lots of restaurants and bars, you know. So this place comes alive, especially after work. So you can see, and it makes it very easy to connect from the old areas to the new areas in town. And then of course, obviously to the bus connections and MRT connections. So yeah, that's all for this Cross Street Exchange. Okay, so we are at the revamped corner of 18 Cross Street, and there used to be a lot of shops over here and retail, but I guess the main tenant now is Audi. So they've got a nice showroom that comes together with some kind of cafe. Yeah, so from here you can see all the different Audis. So we've got a little reception. I guess you can try out the cars here. So there you go. Very nice Audi showroom. So you can see different cars over here. Yeah. And this is the cafe that is done together with Burnt Ends. Yeah. So you can see the cafe over here. Very nice cafe, lots of seating. And then you can see Southbridge Road. And then from here, you can sit here and enjoy and eat with the cars. Nice. And that actually sells cocktails and drinks. So you'll be able, it's called GT Bar, I guess. So you can see a nice Audi GT car. I think this is a Dakar Rally e-tron, so it's actually electric, I think. You can see it's all beaten up, but that's the whole point, right, of this. A car that has went into probably the Dakar Rally. So some kind of experimental car, but you can see everything inside there. All carbon fiber, super durable. I don't know. Is it e-tron? It looks like it's got a fuel tank, so probably not. Interesting place to store a spare tire. It looks like it's quite difficult to step into this car. Yeah, well, interesting car.